I don't know what your financial situation is, but I'm telling you, you, most people cannot survive with just one way to make money. They can't. So you need to be asking yourself, what are you willing to do to change your life? This broker career could do it. There are people earning thousands of dollars on a weekly basis. I call this choose your wealth. This company has quite a bit of services, and all you have to do is recommend them. Let's get into it. So, the industry that we want you to join and partake in and make money in is called fintech. Now, I got to be honest with you. You've already been a part of fintech. Gavin, you already been a part of fintech. Alicia, you already been a part of fintech. Luana, you've been a part of fintech. Monique, you know you're a part of fintech. Rod, you're a part of fintech. Sade, you're a part of fintech. Tanisha, you're a part of fintech. Right? Right? Maybe you don't know. So let me ask you this. What if I asked you, have you ever used Cash App? Put yes or no in the chat. Have you ever used Chime? Put yes or no in the chat. Have you ever used Credit Karma? Put yes or no in the chat. Have you ever used SoFi? Put yes or no in the chat. Have you ever used Venmo? Put yes or no in the chat. Have you ever used Stripe? Put yes or no in the chat. And for all my cryptocurrency people, have you ever got on Robinhood, Coinbase? You know what Ripple is? These are all fintech companies. That means you've already been a part of fintech. You're just not making no money from it. So we're going to show you how. And it's something that you've been doing probably your whole life. Watch this. If you've ever referred anything to anybody, a stylist, a nail tech, a barber, a restaurant, a movie, put 2026 in the chat. Or you referred a girlfriend, a boyfriend to somebody, you refer some shoes, you refer a tax person, right? You refer a realtor. The question is, did you get paid from that? Most likely not. Why? Because you just did it from the kindness of your heart. See, here's what you can do here. You can get paid by referring people. The global fintech market is projected to grow 700 billion by 2030. Now you're late, but you're still early. Why am I saying you're late, but you're still early? A lot of us already started, right? But you're at the right place at the right time. The reason why I say you're still early because 2030 is when the peak will happen. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't do this, people around you will be doing this. I'm telling you, because it's so simple to do. And everybody that I know, hopefully that you know, are looking for another way to make some extra money without getting a second job. You can do this. So here's the cool thing. This company offers a slew of services. Okay. Each service, you earn commission when you enroll someone on the program, each enrollment, and you also accumulate points. Those points add up to bonus, an additional bonus. Freedom Wealth, you heard me mention that earlier. I broke everything down. That's basically our credit repair program. When you refer that to someone, you are not the one fixing their credit. The client in the program is helping them fix their credit. That's between 1 to 2 points. What about Freedom BCA? 2 to 6 points. BCA stands for Business Credit Academy. Most entrepreneurs would love to establish business credit. And did you know that this Freedom BCA has a 50,000 funding guarantee? But most people don't know where to start. They can start with you. And trust me, you would rather them go through you than anybody else because that BCA program, it has a digital coach that's going to hold their hand, even if you don't know how to build business credit. What about Bolt funding? I love this because did you know the number one reasons why businesses fail is because they run out of capital? They run out of money. We've all heard, hopefully, OPM. That stands for other people's money. That job that you work at and that job that I used to work, you know, the owners of that company, you know, they didn't use their own money. They got a loan from the bank. They literally got a loan from the bank. They got a building, they got some equipment, they start hiring people. But guess what they use? OPM, other people's money. When that company started to make money, then they paid the loan back. That's normal. Did you know you can get paid just by referring your website to business owners that need funding? And don't worry, you're not collecting any documents, you're not checking their credit. Your business in a box come with a funding team. Ooh, I love that. Okay? Freedom Life, that's for life insurance. If you have your life insurance license, you can bring your license to Freedom Path and get paid double, like so many others. And I want you to realize that this is another component. If you do decide to get your life insurance license with this company, don't worry. There's a trainer. I showed you him at the beginning. His name is Jeff Joseph. He'll hold your hand like a newborn baby. I know people that have joined this company that just wanted to focus on referring credit and referring funding. And before you know it, they got their life insurance license. I'm telling you. So anybody could do it, but it just gives you another tool to help somebody. Now let's get into the 5 ways we get paid before I end this webinar. So the first 2 ways. Oh, before I do that, I do see a few leaders on here. I just need two of you at the end. I know it's last minute. Don't kill me. Don't send me no text message. All right. I just need two of you. If you want to give a testimonial at the end, I would allow you to do that. I would just allow, your voice to be heard. And I'm pretty sure the guests on here would love that as well. All right, guys, I digress. So the first 2 ways we get paid is direct commission and residual income. Okay. Direct commission is direct commission. You remember I showed you earlier for the Freedom Wealth, when someone enrolled in that program, you earn $75. Boom, that's your direct commission. The business credit, $275. Boom, that's your direct commission. There are some people doing that once, twice, three, four, 5 times a day. Okay. All right, Miss Kiwi, I see you. All right, Rod, I'll make sure I bring you guys up. All right. And residual income. What is residual income? Well, residual income is basically you do something one time to get paid over and over and over again. Example, you probably got Amazon Prime like I do. How many times did me and you set that up? We set it up one time. But how many times do we pay them? Every single month. That means Amazon getting paid every single month. As long as I pay my bill, they going to get paid. You could get paid the same way. And we're going to show you how. Here's the third way we get paid. One of my personal favorites, customer activation bonus. Okay. Now, this is simple. I don't want to confuse you. Okay. Let's say, for instance, you accumulate these points all in the same week. Okay. The week starts on Sunday, it ends on Saturday. But let's say you look at this and you say, you know what, Coach Kev, I want to make $1,000 a week. Now watch this. This is how easy this is. I can literally stop right after this one slide. This is how easy this is to understand how to make money with this company. You'll be referring services. When you accumulate points, you get a bonus and you also get direct commission. Easy enough. But if you're looking at this chart and you say, well, Coach Kev, I want to make $1,000 a week. By looking at this, can somebody tell me in the chat? I just need one. How many points do you need for that week to unlock $1,000 bonus? Anybody? Put it in the chat. I'm curious. I see you, Luana. She said 15. I see you, Trathenia. She said 15. That's it. I'm not going to waste no more time on this. So here's what you do. Every week, set a goal. 15 points, 10 points, 5 points, 3 points. Whatever your goal is, set that goal. All right, the fourth way we get paid is for those of you who want to build a team, there's something called a check match bonus. So when your team get paid, so will you. Okay? Now let's go to the next piece. The last way we get paid is called the monthly infinity bonus. Actually, I'm going to show you the business funding as well. That's a cool way to get paid. But it's the last way on this chart. Okay. Now, this is a simple bonus. As long as you have these points, 150 points, 300 points, 600 points, 1,200 points, you unlock that bonus. Now, to make your life easier, you may want to do this with a team. Some people do it alone, takes a little bit longer, and some people do it with a team. I highly recommend you do this with a team. Okay. Now, if you're saying to yourself, nah, coach, I got it, then you get that's all you. But as long as you have these points by the end of the month, you unlock that bonus. And as you can see, you can if you consistently get that bonus every 30 days, this is how much you will earn annually off this one bonus. I hope you caught that. This can change your whole life. We're disrupting the entire financial services market. Now let's get into some examples for the bulk funding. Remember, I shared with you the number one reasons why businesses fail is because they run out of capital. They run out of money. So a lot of businesses need this, but look how lucrative this can be if you just refer. Okay. So here's a funding example on a SBA loan. I'm going to add some more next week as well. SBA loan. Uh, so SBA loan example 300,000. The commissionable revenue 6,000. That means that's how much money bulk funding made. Now, out of that 6,000, your cut is 2,400. You know what most people don't know? It takes minutes to complete the application. And remember, you're going to have an entire funding team. Okay. And you're not the one collecting documents. You're not the one chasing them down. Your team will be doing that. And I love that. That's why you decide to join us with this business in a box. You can literally run your own business, which is a tax write off. Let's move to the next one $500,000. Imagine you help a restaurant, you help a salon, a collision, you know what they call body shop, right? Mechanic shop, 500K. The commissionable revenue is 10,000. Remember, that's how much money bulk funding made. Out of that 10,000, your cut is 4 grand. Wow. What about working capital loan? 2,000. What about a working capital loan for $1 million? The commissionable revenue is 100K. Your cut is 40 grand. Now I know most people they get a $40,000 check, they may quit their job. You know what I would tell you? Don't quit your job. Get out of debt. Go on a vacation. Maybe buy a new car. Stack that money up. Okay? Get another 40,000. You know what I'm saying? When you got about 6 to 12 months of savings, then I would tell you, well, it depends on what type of job you got. Some people got those jobs where they got all those fancy insurances and they got a match and all this other stuff. Shoot, you could be doing your job and be doing this part time. So if you got a job, keep your job. You got kids, keep your kids. If you got a dog, keep your dog. Just do this between the cracks of your schedule. Now, there are so many people that are having success. Miss Thompson, she's a real estate agent. So she decided to be a one-stop shop. If you know any real estate agents, they need to do this. Because guess what real estate agents run into? They run into prospects or potential homeowners who have bad credit. So guess what they do? They sign them up for the Freedom Wealth. The program helps them fix their credit, and then they turn around and sell them a house. Easy enough. Imagine you introduces the 10 realtors or 100 realtors. Somebody gonna get enrolled because the reality is a lot of real estate agents, they're hurting and they need another stream of income. True or not true? Well, you might not want to say that if you're a realtor, but you get what I'm saying. You can become a one-stop shop. So after you get off of this, any realtor that helped you find your apartment, maybe they helped you buy your house, You need to introduce this to them. And don't worry, we have recordings of this that you can send it to them and they can look at it. But I want you to realize if she can do it, you can do it. I'm Coach Kev. I'm the one that's speaking to you, Kevin Blake. I'm not going to go too deep into my story again because I said it at the beginning. But one of the things that I live by is Mr. Warren Buffett. He said, if you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, you will work until you die. Think about that. You will work until you die if you don't find a way to make money in your sleep. When I was growing up, I never heard that. And I don't know if you've ever heard it either. Dr. Michelle Cofer, she's a regional vice president with this company, tax strategist, certified credit coach, kingdom builder, always willing to help people. Now, I need you to really, you're going to hear from this gentleman shortly. I think he was one of the ones that said he wanted to say something and share his story. So I'm not going to butcher his story. I would love for him to share. But what I could say about him and his amazing wife, they're incredible. They're out there in Mobile, Alabama, and they're always consistently helping people. They're willing to help anybody who's willing to help themselves. And when you get a chance to work with these two individuals, you will understand they have a calling on their life. They don't need to do this. They love to do this. And I want you to realize that if they can do it, you can do it. What about Miss Kiwi? You're going to hear her as well. She's I'm not going to go too deep in her story, but I love her tenacity. I love her mindset. I love that she's willing to help anybody who's willing to help themselves too. She's a single mom. So don't get it twisted. She gets busy. Okay. She's also a certified tax expert, helping people all over and a life insurance agent. And she wears many, many hats. Okay. So don't say you don't have time. I promise you, she could use that excuse, but she never does. Mr. Alan Pender, I love his story because he's a Navy veteran. He became a homeowner at a tender age of 23, all because of the mentorship of this type of program. He fixed his credit. He did all the things he learned in the trainings, and he became a homeowner. So if you're watching this or listening to me and you're not a homeowner yet, I want you to understand we have the blueprint to not only help you generate revenue, but help you build your legacy by becoming a homeowner. And what about Miss Kiana Dorsey, mother of four, single mom of four? At one time, she had four jobs, one for each kid. Programs like this helped her improve her credit score 92 points. And it changed her life. She can travel now to watch her kids in their events. She can spend more time with them hanging out. She can do homework with them. I don't know, Kiana, the homework get crazy these days. I don't know what kind of homework they give these kids, boy. But the fact that this single mom was disrespected at her last job, she wanted to do something different. And I get excited because not only is she generating revenue from this company and making money, but she's making massive impact. I want you to look at this as a way for you to become an independent broker. Okay. Your business in a box is just $289. It's valued at over $5,000. So what do you get? You get mentorship, you get coaching. We add you to a private, exclusive group. You get marketing materials, and we show you how to find customers online and offline. You get a new website. You get training and certifications. We recognize you in our groups when you reach milestones. I love that because I remember working at jobs, bro, slaving. They don't even say thank you. They don't even say good job. I'm sure you've worked at a job, probably working at one right now. where no one recognizes you. We would do that. You let us know your achievement, we're going to scream to the mountaintop, and everybody will be clapping like seals because we want to see you win. So for the 289, not only do you have your business in a box, but you can work on your credit. You get a will trust, a POA, it stands for power of attorney, and it's also it's 289 down and then $99 a month. But remember, it's a tax write-off. And I know it's tax season. So for some of you, you probably don't know this. Starting your own business is a good thing. You can actually save money in the long run. I'm just saying. Now, what if you're looking at this and you're saying, you know what, Coach Kev, my credit is already good. I don't need credit repair, but I do want to make some extra money on the side because I don't want to start a new schedule and go clock in somewhere. You want to do this between the cracks of your schedule. Then you can come on for $129 and then $49 a month. And then if you want to upgrade later to access the will, the trust, the power of attorney, or maybe some blemishes get added to your credit, then you can do that. But for 129, some of you spent more of that on Valentine's Day. Some of you are gonna spend more of that on spring break. I'm telling you, it's an opportunity for you to invest into you. You can also use Zip, Klarna, Sezzle, these platforms to help you split the payment up. So the person that invited you, they'll send you their website to get enrolled, and all you need to do is go to your app store and then type one of these in, Zip, ZIP. It'll come up. Download it. Klarna, ladies, I know y'all know about Klarna, fellas. I know y'all probably don't know about Klarna. I was late to the party too, but these platforms will help you split the payments up. We had a Zoom one time, and someone did this live on the Zoom, and they got approved for $700. You know they signed up. They probably signed somebody else up with it too. But I'm telling you, this is another way because you can't say you don't have the money. You got the money, and we're going to show you how to find it. And you may be thinking, well, who should do this? If you're an entrepreneur, do it. If you feeling stuck in life or in your business or at your job, you need to do this. Are you a content creator? You need to do this. A business owner, insurance agent. Are you a coach or speaker like me? You need to do this. Are you a tax professional? What about a realtor? Are you looking for change? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? You need to do this. As I mentioned to you earlier, my mentor said, Coach Kev, if you want things to change, you have to change. Okay? And I need you to really pay attention to this. Anybody can do this in all 50 states. Anybody can do this in all 50 states. What state are you in? What state are you in? It doesn't matter. You can do this. So I want to stop right now and I want to give a few minutes to ladies first. Uh, Top producing managing director. We call her Miss Kiwi. She's a powerhouse all in itself. If you're invited by her, do not take her time for granted. She get pulled in a lot of different directions, and I'm grateful. She's gonna bless you guys with this information. I have a lot of respect for her, not just as a businesswoman, as a mom, and just as a leader in general. She's that person in the family where everybody call. Somebody probably calling her right now to help them with something. So that's who you're going to hear from. And I want you to listen closely to her story and why she got started, because if she can do it, you can do it. Without further ado, Miss Kiwi, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Coach Kev. Go ahead and light up that chat. Coach is just amazing. He just gave you guys a blueprint that can literally change your life. I'm grateful for him to be my direct mentor. Coach, our anniversary is coming up on March 6th. It'll be 7 years that I've had an opportunity and blessed opportunity to be up under his leadership. He is a I just am an amazing individual. I'm just blessed to have him a part of my life. But my story is, like he said, I'm a single mom. I was a paralegal for 12 years before joining this platform. And at one point, my son was in seventh grade, and I realized, all I did was work. And I was missing so much time as a single parent. If there's parents on here, then you can definitely understand what I'm saying. And so I remember stopping one day and realizing, like, this can't work, because he'll be in high school soon. The next thing you know, he'll be 18, and I would have missed a lot of things because I'm rushing to the game, and I'm rushing to this, and I'm rushing to that. And it kind of got a little bit worrisome because time was flying on by, but I couldn't slow it down. And so to be able to slow it down, I got ready to move out of my apartment complex, and I got denied 3 times because of my credit score. That's when I learned my score was a 465. And so here I am thinking, I'm making decent money as a paralegal. I should be able to get a new place at any given time, but my credit said no. And so I was referred to Coach Kev by 2 individuals who don't even know each other. That's how powerful he is, right? They live in 2 different states, but both of them referred him to me when I reached out asking them, do they know anybody who can assist me with my personal credit? And after speaking with him, I realized so many individuals needed this, not just me. Somebody else is in the same position that I was in. And because I wanted a way out of corporate America, why not start this business? And so I started it, and it has completely changed my life. I've done things that I never thought that I would be able to do, or ever saw myself doing, period. So if you're on here and you're like, well, I'm not good at talking to people, or I don't know how to post on social media, or I don't know what to say, or, you're doubting yourself before you get started, don't do that, because I can promise you, whoever invited you on this webinar is going to be able to assist you. You're going to have Coach Kev, you're going to have Kiwi, you're going to have Rod, and everybody else to be able to assist you. We are one family here at Freedom Path, which is a great thing that I love, that you're never by yourself when it comes to this business. And so I'm going to leave you guys with this. This business changed my life completely. Outside of doing this, yes, I'm a tax preparer, but when it comes to this Freedom Path, it is my passion. I wake up every single day ready and willing to help anybody change their life the way this opportunity changed mine. So don't let 289 or 129 stop you from moving forward in whatever you have planned. If you are a parent, it is time for you to be able to take some of your time back and give it back to your kids. There's no need for us to work 2 jobs. Coach Kev once told me 2 jobs is for 2 people, right? So we don't need to be able to do that. The fact that my son is currently a college student in Alabama, I can pick this business up and go to Alabama at any given time, and I can still help people from afar, but I'm not losing that time with my son. So think about it in that aspect. It's time to get your time freedom back. And if it's not you, then who? If it's not when, then if it's not now, then when? Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave you with that, Coach.
Wow. I love what she always say, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Like that always sticks in my head. Thank you so very much, Miss Kiwi, for that amazing testimonial. And I want you guys to really understand she's a real person. And again, if she can do it, you can do it. Thank you so very much. You guys just heard from a managing director with this company who wakes up every single day willing to help anybody, right? And we got a lot of powerhouse ladies. Alicia, we got Luana, LaShawn, we got Ronette, we got Trithenia. You're gonna hear her other half right now. I'm pretty sure he's gonna give his amazing wife a shout out as well because they come in a package deal. Thank you again, Miss Kiwi. We appreciate you and thank you for your leadership. And final, guys, I want to share with you. I want to introduce to you this gentleman. I have a lot of respect for. He's a good guy, man. He's always willing to help others. We did a training last week and literally I don't know, Rod, I think he took questions for maybe an hour. Right, because he's always having success and people always ask questions and a lot of people wanted to know how is he doing this, how is he doing that. And man, I just love this guy, man. He's always willing to help whoever needs help. But one thing I don't do is take his time lightly, because he too is another person that's being pulled in different directions, not just in this company, but also in this family. So without further ado, top producing regional director, Mr. Rod Farrell. The floor is yours, sir.
Oh, thank you, Coach. Matter of fact, I just want to give it back to you firstly for being such an amazing mentor and leader and always pouring out into us. You're always there. Um, Guys, I haven't been his one of his subjects, one of his mentees, as long as Kiwi, but he's been in mine and Trithina's life for over 5 years, leading the way, always helping, always lending a helping hand. And I want to give him his flowers here and now because it doesn't go unappreciated at all, Coach Kev. We thank you. The whole team thanks you, and we love you.
Thank you. Love you too.
Well, guys, I'm get right in. Gonna be brief. Again, my name is Rod Farrell. My lovely wife is Trithina Farrell. We live here in Mobile, Alabama. And our story was funny, different, because my wife worked at the school board, and I'm a finance manager in the auto industry. I've been doing that for 34 years. And about 10 years ago, my wife's insurance company called her and said, "Hey, your husband hadn't had a physical in years. If he don't go in and get a physical, you know us men, supermen, um, we're gonna drop his coverage." So my wife made me go kicking and screaming to get a physical. And guys, I found that I had cancer. Now, see, when you hear that C word, that changes a lot of things in your life, right? You think about, I know I did. I talked to God straight up. Lord, please, no formalities. Give me another chance. I'll be a better kingdom person. I'll be a better father. I'll be a better husband, right? I do something for somebody else, even if I don't gain from it. Well, hallelujah. It's been 10 and a half years and I'm cancer free. God is so good. But I'll tell you this, there I was in the finance office at the dealership. That's the guy, the last one you see that we'll talk to browse your credit report and find negative items so we can charge you more for the dealer to make money. Yeah, that guy. So, but there I was judging people because they had trouble credit, and I had trouble credit myself because when I was trying to live and get well, I wasn't worried about paying a house note on time. I wasn't worried about paying a car note on time or even my utilization. But that's why God gives us a help me. My lovely wife said, "Baby, you got to stop being ashamed of this. We got to do something about it." And through a family member, she came into this industry. And as a result of me listening to her, we're what you call economically viable now. And I'm so thankful because this works, guys. And the whole company is one big family, all about helping each other. And Coach Kev went over so eloquently how we get paid, how that money can compound. We get paid every Friday. And that is awesome. It's really changed our life, right? We get to go on vacations whenever we want. We get a chance to do a lot of things because of this interest, this industry, and our passion to help people. And that brings me to another point. What we appreciate the most, I'll tell you a story. Walk with me real quick. We had a young lady contact us, single mother, living in a not so favorable neighborhood, and she wanted to be a homeowner so she could get her kids out of that neighborhood into a house of their own. She started with us. She was able to raise her credit score. And of course, in our teams in this company, we got realtors, we have mortgage professionals, and we got a score up. We referred her to them for their professional help. Well, she got a house. She closed. And guys, she invited us to the housewarming party. Of course, we went, we wanted to show our support. We've been there through the whole process. But what really, really struck us was getting there and seeing her family members and the pride on their face because that young lady was the first person in their family to ever become a homeowner. How about her kids having their own backyard to play in and be safe. It was amazing. And the greatest part was that young lady to look at my wife and myself as we're sitting at her kitchen table with tears in her eyes. She said, "Thank you." That means more than any money. That means more than anything. That's why this is our ministry. This is our mission to help other families just like that. And guys, you can too. It's just not by chance you're on here tonight. Somebody invited you here because they cared enough for you. They saw something in you to get you here. So don't look left, don't look right. Grab this thing and make a difference in your community and for your own family because it's just that important. And I want to pass it back to you, Coach. Thank you so much for letting me share.
Powerful, powerful story. Thank you for that testimonial, Rod. Thank you for being a hope dealer, right? Putting people in position to win, believing in themselves. Uh, and you said something, man, and I hope you guys caught that. The fact that the young lady looked at them and just said, "Thank you." That's 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 better than money. See, that's a feeling that money can't buy. And I'm telling you, you decide to lock arms with us. You decide to bet on you. You decide to join the movement. You won't recognize your life in 2027 and 2028. And you just heard from two leaders. We have a plethora of leaders that are having success, not just here on this webinar, but all over the country. So here's your next step. Get back with the person that invited you. They'll send you the online application. Get enrolled. And I need you to think about something. What is your purpose? Is your purpose just to continue to work and die? That is not. Your purpose is to help. Your purpose is to love. Your purpose is to be a bridge. Your purpose is to give light. Your purpose is to 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 empower, and not just others, but yourself and your family. And I'm telling you, you can do it. Forget about what you've been through. Forget about the challenges. We all been through stuff. I always tell people, you either in a problem, going into a problem, or coming out of a problem. That's all of us. Problems are inevitable. What are you going to do about it? You can't say that you never had a way to help people. You can't say you never had a way to fix your credit. And you can't say you never had a way to make some extra money and make impact. So get back with the person that invited you, get enrolled. Then they're going to do a one-on-one game plan with you to map out how you get customers, how you build your team, how do you change your life, but take it one step at a time. Because every job we've all worked, we didn't know what a bathroom was day one. It took us time. And it's the same thing with this. You just keep chipping at it. You just keep going. You just keep learning. You just keep growing. And I promise you, you're going to be proud of what you become. Thank you for taking the time to hop on this webinar. Huge shout out again to Miss Kiwi, incredible testimonial. Huge shouts out to Mr. Rod Farrell, incredible testimonial. Thank you both for serving, and thank you all of you for listening. Now it's time to get started. And if you follow everything we're telling you to do, we'll be able to meet you at the TOP.